So in the last video I showed you how to make this little funky fella, and I told you that in this video, today we're going to be using electric engines and we're going to show you how to do forwards and backwards, and I'm also going to do steering a little bit different as well. So without further ado, I'm just going to delete pretty much all of this and we'll start again and I'll show you where we are. Okay, so we're going to keep the seat how it is, but we're going to be building our next vehicle, and our next vehicle is going to be a little bit bigger, and the reason why it's going to be bigger is we're going to be using at least 2 electric motors, because we're going to need an electric motor to go forwards and we're going to need an electric motor to go backwards. That's why it's going to be a little bit bigger. We need 2 motors because we need to kind of have 2 sets of bearings, one set to go forwards and one set to go backwards, and the only way that you can do that using a WAS&D converter is literally 2 different motors, because a converter cannot tell you which direction you're going. It is simply an input. So this will enable us to go forwards and it'll also enable us to go backwards. I also want to try and do something a little bit different with the steering. So with the steering again, I'm going to put 2 bearings down for the steering. So one set will go left and one set will go right. So we'll put this on the front because that would make way more sense. And it'll also enable us to go left and right. So we'll get a little bit of pipe work. So we have one set of bearings to go left and one set of bearings to go right. Okay, so then this is where our forwards and backwards comes into play. So again, here we're going to have one set of bearings to go forwards and one set of bearings to go backwards. So I'll just quickly put this down here. Okay, so one set of bearings so that we can actually get some forward movement. And then we're going to need kind of a block or a pipe or something just to bring you out. And you're going to need another set of bearings that will give you the other direction. Backwards, forwards, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then obviously we're going to put some wheelios on it. Over here and here. And finally we're going to be needing a couple of controllers. So I have one controller for this side and one controller this side. Okay, that I think is it. So now it's just a case of understanding what we're doing with this and where we're going to go. So back over here, we're going to be needing our WAS&D, which now means that we can go forwards, left and right, and also backwards now, which is something that we didn't do before. Again, you're going to need a wireless gate for all of these, and we're going to be doing the same on here. We're going to be needing a wireless gate for all this stuff. So let's keep it kind of close. Wireless gate for this. Don't forget, a controller also needs a normal logic gate. So we're here and we are here. Okay, in order for these to work, they have to be color coordinated. It's just your wireless gate that has to be color coordinated, but I also like to spray the WAS&D. So we're going to do forwards. This bad boy will be forwards. So we'll set this up while we're here. So wireless gate into the motor. I'm going to go into the outside bearings to give us our forwards. So that we're there. Also connect the motor up to the battery pack and also give this a little bit of speed, nothing too crazy. We'll put some batteries in here while we're here. So that's forward sorted. We like our lefts to be blue, so we're going to go blue for left. Left turn I'm going to have on this side. So I'm going to put this bearing to the top. That's good. So what we're going to say with this is, I guess on the press we want it to rotate. I'm unsure about the speed. I'm always unsure about the speed. This is something that's just a little bit of a process that you find out. And I'm going to go 30 degrees left. I think that should be okay. Next, we're going to go right. Right. I like to do red. So we're going to go red. And that's obviously this side. So we're here. And now we've got to go to the other bearing. Hold up. I haven't connected this up. There we go. So it goes wireless gate to logic gate to controller. And then we'll go from the controller to the other bearing. Now we want this bearing to have the rotation in the opposite direction, so they're not going to be the same as the one above it. Again, yeah, so it's one off the fastest and we're going to go 30 degrees There we go. We'll see how that goes. So that has got us going left and right. And now backwards. Now backwards is easy. Now we've got it all set up. I'm going to do backwards in black just because. And obviously this is going to be backwards. But for how we set this up, we just literally take it to the remaining bearing. I'm just got to make sure that it is going backwards. Which on this side it is doing. It's just this side that we're going to have to flip round. That's not a problem. They're going forwards. Turn it backwards. Going forwards. Turn it backwards. And then obviously connect that one also up to the container. Sort out the speed a bit. And now hopefully, if we turn it so we can see it, this should work. Just check my connections. Connections are all connected. Everything as far as I can see is all connected up. Right, let's see how this works. So, forwards. Forwards is good. Backwards. I got everything wrong. This should be D. This should be S. There we go. Forwards. Good. Backwards. Better. We're going to go right. Hey. So the right turn is there. It just might need a little bit more of an angle. And left. Left is also there. Again, might need a little bit more of an angle. We're just going to change those angles up a little bit more, make them a little bit bigger. Feel if we go 45, that might be a bit crazy. We'll go fast. And we'll go here. 45 and go fast. Right. Hop back in. It doesn't like to turn. Okay, so the turning, what we could do, looking at it, I'm going to put bearings on the back as well, just to hopefully give us a little bit more of ability, because it's kind of trying to push the wheels around that aren't turning. So all we're going to do here is just add that extra steering in the back. And hopefully we'll be able to get more of a turning angle on it. So we should be able to turn a little bit better than what we were doing. But we'll see how we get on. Okay, so we're now here. And we're now here. Okay, so now let's think about this. If we want to go left, go to the top. So if we want to go left, that might work. Is that how we're saying? We'll keep it like that for now and see what this says. So if we put this at 45, don't forget to set up these. These are the insides to go backwards. That's good. These are the outsides to go forwards. And also, we'll connect this loose bearing up to this controller. We won't put any angle on it just yet. We'll just connect it to it just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. So now I just want to check this. And as you see, this bearing needs to go the other way around for sure. This one maybe as well. There we go. So we've got a little bit more of a tighter turning circle. Might not make too much sense, but yeah, you can see that we do turn a little bit tight. Now both sets of bearings set up, we should be able to move pretty well. There we go. There's our steering. And it's all remote controlled. And like I say, we've now also got forwards and backwards as well here. So we can go backwards or we can go forwards. So it's a little bit different to how we had it set up before, but it's all there for you guys. Next video, I will kind of finishing off doing a big one where it's got tank steering. So obviously for that, we're going to use a lot more engines. It'll be like 4 engines in total. But it's just to explore the possibilities and show you guys what can be done and how easy it is to do. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We made this without using glitches. And like we say, we've got front and rear wheel steering. And we also go forwards and backwards. Pretty easy build. Nothing too stressful. You guys should give it a go. Give Fonts Mods a go. Hope you enjoy them. Take it easy. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Catch you later.